Mic check, 1 2 1 2. I told y'all to hit that bell icon to get notified when we're going live, so you could be in tuned with the right frequency. So without further ado, let's do the damn thing.
By now, it's because you are not intelligent.
They wasn't ready for this back then. They probably not ready for it now. Those that sleep forever gonna be asleep. Those that woke, woke. Yo soy la reencarnación de Tupac Amaru. Wait, what? De Tupac Amaru. Tupac. Yo soy la reencarnación de Tupac Amaru. That's lit. De Tupac Amaru. Gang. Each one takes time to succeed. This one is dedicated for the children of the sun. Each one takes time to succeed. This one is dedicated for the children of the sun. They sold us the illusion of democracy and freedom. Now they worry that my music has the power of healing. Unleashing all the demons fed through TV and through lies. They rule by secrecy, why do you think justice blind? Each one takes time to succeed. This one is dedicated for the children of the sun. Each one takes time to succeed. This one is dedicated for the children of the sun. They sold us the illusion of democracy and freedom. Now they worry that my music has the power of healing. Unleashing all the demons fed through TV and through lies. They rule by secrecy, why do you think justice blind? Each one takes time to succeed. This one is dedicated for the children of the sun. Each one takes time to succeed. This one is dedicated for the children of the sun. De Tupac Amaru. That's hot. De Tupac Amaru. That's hard. Yo soy la reencarnación de Tupac Amaru. Too real. De Tupac Amaru. Too real. I know you've been patiently waiting, miseducated, anxiously aching for a blue eye to say it, but I'ma do you a favor. Unlearn what you learned. The proof is on fire. Let that motherfucker burn. Babylon's on fire. The devil's a liar. They know that they time's up. So rise up and rise up. Soy la reencarnación de Tupac Amaru. That's fire. De Tupac Amaru. More fire. Yo soy la reencarnación de Tupac Amaru. That's lit. De Tupac Amaru. Gang. Each one takes time to succeed. This one is dedicated for the children of the sun. Each one takes time to succeed. This one is dedicated for the children of the sun. They sold us the illusion of democracy and freedom. Now they worry that my music has the power of healing. Unleashing all the demons fed through TV and through lies. They rule by secrecy, why do you think justice blind? They sold us the illusion of democracy and freedom. Now they worry that my music has the power of healing. Unleashing all the demons fed through TV and through lies. They rule by secrecy, why do you think justice blind? Soy la reencarnación de Tupac Amaru. Hold up. De Tupac Amaru. Wait, what? Yo soy la reencarnación de Tupac Amaru. De Tupac Amaru. Okay.
Is there a crisis in the United States when it comes to mental health issues? Absolutely.
This is just a test. Microphone. Hello. Please listen to my demo. This whole world is a ghetto.
Or is this world a mental hospital? Or is this world a mental hospital?
Insane asylum, crazy house, loony bin. Or is it a prison? This world's a mental hospital. Or is it a plantation? This world's a mental hospital. Or is it a farm? This world's a mental hospital. Or is it a program? Let me tell you something. The first law, it's all mental. Prepare for the winter. For survival. And these rivals, we ain't gonna speak about it. If you knew better, then you do better. That there just ain't slick. It's the frequency and the energy. That's just how we rock. I spit this game, crystal clear. Social distance, don't come near. I've been at this social distancing even before I was a teen. Even before it became a thing. We just called it sucker free. My folks just called it sucker free. The streets just called it sucker free. This is just a test. This is just a what? Microphone check 1 2. 1 2. Hello, hello, hello. This is just a test. This is just a who? Microphone check 1 2. Microphone check 1 2. Hello, hello, hello. This is just a test. 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 Please listen to my demo. Demo. This whole world is a ghetto.
Or is this world a mental hospital?
I'm your host here in Insane Asylum World.
The mental hospital. Or is it a prison?
The whole world's crazy.
The mental hospital. Or is it a plantation?
All of us are
The
nuts.
mental hospital. Or is it a farm?
The whole world's crazy.
The mental hospital. Or is it a program?
All of us are nuts.
The mental hospital. Or is it a school?
The whole world's crazy.
The mental hospital. Or is it a battlefield?
All of us are nuts.
The mental hospital. Or is it a hell?
The whole world's crazy.
The only thing that's gonna get you
Yeah, the only thing that's gonna get you to leave this place is love. Yeah, that's what time it is. I'm loving a whole lot of
to leave.
and a whole lot of skills. Love and a whole lot of skills. Knowledge reigns supreme. Above that is wisdom. And that's where, being a luminary comes in. We are trying to be the agents of change for a positive outcome for many that have been receiving the wrong end of the stick. Let's see the meme of the day. Because there's a whole lot of work to be done, and we got to start from scratch. Sometimes we need to destroy in order to build. We can't put something of value on top of rubble. So maybe there's something already there, a structure, a system, a thought that needs to be removed, taken down, broken apart, and then start from a clean slate. And all that is work. Yeah, I know a lot of people kind of scared of the work, or some people believe that work is being employed. No, we're talking about two different types of work here. We're talking about the work of the self. We're talking about shadow work. It's not our fault that we were bamboozled and some of us bought the lies. But I salute each and every one of y'all that taps in, passes through these videos, and is improving. Because what's one of our mantras is, here we are getting better every day in every way. And just a slight improvement is a big improvement. A lot of people want to change overnight. They want their, bank accounts to have millions of dollars overnight. That's a sign of poverty, because real change, it takes time, and it's by small increments, just like in sports, right? A lot of people want to be elite athletes, but elite athletes be in the gym all day, every day. Yeah, there are some very few that are natural athletes that they just got a gift, a size, speed, IQ to throw or kick a ball. Yeah, but everything in life is part of a development. If you want to look at it like in languages, everybody wants to speak another language. Well, not everybody. There are people that just happy with the language that they're speaking because they think that it one is enough, one suffices. But that's a lie because one is none. You know, if if you think that if you feel you're knowledgeable and you read a lot of books in that one knowledge, imagine if you tap into another language and then you read other books, and then now you have two tools because that's all a language is. One language is not better than another language. You know, the only language that's better at that specifically point in time is the one that gets the job done, is the one that gets you to the destination where you're going and where you're at in the world. You know, that's why the lingua franca is very important. You know, right now, modern times, English is our lingua franca, meaning that's the language that is used all around the world for business and basic communication. So English is probably the most valuable language right now because you could travel to many points in the world, and if you know English, it could get you by. But it wasn't always the lingua franca. French was at one point the dominant language. Arabic was also at one point in time a dominant language. That if you were a scholar, if you were into the creme de la creme of knowledge in society, or you had to learn, you had to be speaking those languages. Latin was another one that at one point in time. Oh, history is very important. So and a lot of us, just like in this image, we have others have put things in our head without us even knowing. We were children watching TV, we seen commercials. That's all commercials are. I've noticed that if one travels and one sees commercials from another region, then seeing those commercials from another world or another language, you start seeing like, wow, like you start seeing like the smoke clear, because you start seeing things more obvious, like, damn, like that's how they brainwash them. But if you never leave your 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 area of comfort and you're always watching the same thing over and over again, you might not even know that you're asleep. So if you don't know that you sleep, that means you're a sheep. And then there's some people that got a little bit of knowledge, but they don't apply it. You know, it's like the people that know that alcohol or Coca-Cola or whatever type of thing that we ingest in our body is detrimental, meaning it does not do the body good. Yet our taste buds, our possibly parasites and demons want these things, so we indulge, and we indulge here and we indulge there. And then the average Joe says things like, well, the key to life is balance. So, you could smoke a little crack here and there. That won't do no wrong. You could do a little PCP here and there once in a while. Ain't nothing wrong with that. The problem is if you do it every day. Well, how come it sounds illogical with crack and PCP, but it doesn't sound illogical with sugar or all these other things that are so natural in our environment nowadays that people give it to their kids, like Coca-Cola, for example. How many parents, I mean, many of us, our parents were the ones that gave us Coca-Cola, never thinking that it was bad. Or coffee, or even if we want to go in them realms, alcohol. There's parents that give their children alcohol in their points of view. So that's why understanding the mind, understanding life, understanding how others can manipulate these things is of the utmost importance, and that's all the message is for the next few in between, until we transition into other things. But we need to understand the basics of the basics, the A's, the B's, and the C's, and then so forth and so on. Some people nowadays, because of the society, because of the training, because of the programming, they have I include myself with all this. I'm not above anyone that's listening or will listen. I was part of the problem. I'm not on that side anymore. And if I am, it's less and less every day. Like I told you, this ain't no game. I truly understand this path, and and that's why I speak out there, because sometimes it gets lonely on this journey, and one would like to have brothers and sisters to to share views, to share opinions, to sharpen each other's swords, to enjoy a laugh, a conversation. It's the simple things, but the programming that was given to us is that, hey man, we need entertainment. Everything got to be entertainment. Everything's got to be intense. Everything is got to be, Cheetos wasn't good enough. Now they're flaming hot Cheetos. Then they came up with extra flaming hot Cheetos, and probably now it's probably like extra flaming triple hot, extremely to the third power degree hot Cheetos. Another movie that I recommend everyone tap into, and you should be taking notes and write these things down and take your time with it, is Idiocracy. I believe that's what it's called. It's a wonder if let me try this let's try to share the screen, and let's try the audio thing, because I believe that one of the things that was the problem was Idiocracy. What did I say? Watch with AMC. Whoever got this AMC, go ahead and check it out. And look, it's only an hour and 26. Opening scene. Trailer. 140. Let's watch the trailer together. And let's see if we got the audios going on. In 3, 2, 1.
At the dawn of the 21st century, the Army began a top-secret experiment.
Meet Joe Bowers, our first subject for the human hibernation experiment. As you know, this is highly classified. However, if successful, we believe humans can be stored indefinitely.
However, the trial run was prone to human error.
See you in a year.
And Joe slept slightly longer than expected. Half a millennium, to be exact. From Mike Judge, creator of Office Space and Beavis and Butthead.
Oh my God!
If you were the smartest person in the world...
This goes in your mouth. This one goes in your butt. Hang on a second. This one goes in your mouth.
And we're stuck with the dumbest people in history.
If you have one bucket that holds 2 gallons and another bucket that holds 5 gallons, how many buckets do you have?
2? What would you do?
Excuse me, I'm actually supposed to be getting out of prison.
You're in the wrong line.
I'm the smartest guy in the world? Says who?
The IQ test you took in prison. You got the highest score in history.
Even smarter than President Camacho.
Ladies and gentlemen, the President of America! In the year 2505,
we got this guy. He's gonna fix everything. So you smart, huh?
The ordinary will be considered extraordinary.
I thought your head would be bigger.
Idiocracy.
For the smartest guy in the world, you're pretty dumb sometimes.
So that there's Idiocracy. Highly recommend. It's a comedy, so a lot of people, will have their shits and giggles, their hee-hees and ha-has watching the movie and don't even recognize that movie is basically prophecy. Because that's where society is going, or where it's being led. See, the powers that be know that the mind is malleable, meaning moldable. It's just like a parent can make their children or another person. We can mold other people. In prison it happens, in jails it happens. You know what I mean? Where you go in there one way, and then a certain group of people gets you. They do some psyops, psychological warfare on you, or because of fear. They do what they do. I think the audio was good on that one. But even if it was, one thing that I've noticed is that I share a lot of borderline controversial stuff, or even controversial. Society is the gatekeepers and whatnot. So I'm gonna share some things on lives that later on, maybe that one snippet might get cut out later on because of copyright issues or strike issues or whatnot. But on a live, that's why you should get the bell icon notification and tap in whenever we go live, because in that point in time, and I share those videos, you're only going to be able to see it here on the live. Once it gets uploaded onto YouTube, officially stamped, it'll probably have that element of the video and audio cut out, and you'll just hear our commentary, the host or guest commentary or host commentary. So if you want to get the full value of the channel, of the conversation, of the dialogue, tap in, listen, and then because that's what we're trying to be. We're trying to be people of value. I'm trying to leave value, here. On the meantime, I'm not coming on here just to talk to myself, to hear myself. I could do that by myself. You know what I mean? I could talk to the like Michael says, to man in the mirror. I'm asking him to change his ways. I could do that. You know what I mean? I'm doing this just to be more transparent, because there is a God, and he's paying attention. So is the opposition. I'm sure that on some of the views that get watched, there are people that think otherwise, and they might want to tap in and debate their stance, which is cool. If you want to call in and you have a different stance, I accept different perspectives. That's what I want to hear. But just because there's different perspectives don't mean that it's the correct perspective or the better perspective, And I definitely don't have all the answers, but I know I'm on the right path. You know what I mean? And on the right train. Some of y'all are on the wrong train. You know what I mean? Going the wrong way. full speed. So that's what we trying to be the we're also, you could say we're also trying to be the agents of chaos. You know what I mean? Because we're trying to, I'm trying to be a disruptor too. You know, yeah. If I see a friend, a family member, a brother, a sister, a loved one, someone that I feel and I feel like they're they're in on a direct path to destruction. Oh yeah, I want to disrupt that. I want to change that. But I'm also knowing that it's a dangerous and delicate situation. You know, that the momentum might be so advanced that you know they might want to take me with them, and I ain't gonna let that happen. You know, I'm gonna say my piece, but if I see that the rationale mind is not working, if words is simply not enough, you know, there is a lot of methods, and we have to try. You know, I am my brother's keeper, but I understand that some people got a certain destiny to feel, a certain purpose to feel. All of us aren't here for the same goals. There are people here that are here just to, like I said before, party and bullshit. You know, they would hear these conversations and these topics like boring as hell, while somebody else might catch a gem and be inspired for the rest of the week. You know, so that's what we're trying to do. But I know, you know, it's a lot of work in progress, and like I said, we got to go to the core, like every day, change little things. If reading ain't your thing, we'll read a little bit more. If exercise ain't your thing, well, you know what I mean, dust off them tennis shoes, whatever it may be. You know, that's why some of us have a child's mind still, that when we hear other people giving us good counsel and good advice, we we go into that child mode, like when we were real young and our parents used to tell us, like, pick up your toys, do your clean your room, do your homework, do this, do that, and you would be like, what, you know what I'm saying? And they were just showing love. You know, because that's a topic that we're going to delve into later on, is what is love? You know, it's just like, what is success? Success means a whole lot of things to a whole lot of people. To one cat, success means, he got a Lamborghini in front of his driveway. He feels successful there. To somebody else, it means, going to the new soccer stadium and seeing his favorite team, because he never been there. That means success to him. Another person is traveling to a far out country, but to some people, success is totally different. You know, that's why I'm good, and I want to find the right people out there to do the right things. So what we're gonna do now is continue like I had planned before. We had read about the Psyops, and like I said, this is basic, basic Wikipedia. We could call it research, but we're just trying to inspire somebody out there that maybe wasn't really into this. So on part one, we read about the psychological operations and what they are. It's Psyops. Psyops, psychological operations. It says here the United States corporation. And it's a military operations. See, many people don't know that they're at war. They think because, they went to the game, they had a few beers, they went to go eat pizza, that it's all fun and dandy. Well, it's not. After 2020, that should have been a real wake-up call for some. I noticed that many people couldn't wait to go back to their normal scheduled programming. They were miserable. It helped me get to this path and get to producing. So the military and what we're talking about here, they're producing. What are they producing? Well, they're producing products. So let's say maybe challenged and removed. Okay. So Psyops involves the careful creation and dissemination of a product message. Yeah, well, we're doing the same thing. We're doing OPSI. Yeah, we're reversing it on y'all. Yeah. First, I had to figure it out and then reversed it on me. See, that's how I know what I know, because I've worked it on me. Yeah. So they have a message that they're producing. So is this channel. And so is the brothers and sisters that I'm working with. Yeah, we have a message. And we're putting it on speakers, loud and clear. It's up to y'all if y'all want to hear it. But you know what? If you're not on the right frequency, all you might hear is static. So, yeah, I'm trying to help you out. It's going to be recorded. You can listen to this message as many times as you want. It might help you out. It will help you out. So let's continue. There are 3 types of products that are used to create these messages. They include white products. Oh, man, we talking about cocaine? Are we talking about illicit drugs? Or what are we talking about? I'm excited, man. White products, which are used in overt operations. Okay, overt, huh? And gray or black products, which are used in covert psyops. Oh man, this is getting exciting. I thought this was going to be kind of like boring, but I'm just different. I don't know. I'm different. This excites me. This is fun to me. You know what I mean? White, gray, and black don't refer to the product's content, but rather the methods used to carry out the operations. You know why they had to put this up in there? You know why they had to put this up in there? Because many people are caught up in this color game, in this color scheme that they created, where white and black and gray and white sound like a Michael Jackson song. You know what I mean? Like that's why they had to put this in there to let it be clear that this ain't what y'all think it is. This is totally something else. This is military strategist thing. What we're trying to, I'm becoming. Anybody else that listen to y'all, hey, I'm praying for y'all. I might not know your name, but tonight, I'm gonna pray for you. In order for PSYOP to be successful, all right, pay attention now. They must be based in reality. Whoa, in order for PSYOP to be successful, they must be based in reality. Well, what's this mean? Let's delve into this. All messages must be consistent and must not contradict each other. All messages must be consistent and must not contradict each other. Any gap between the product and reality will be quickly noticed. A credible truth must be presented, which is consistent to all audiences. Primarily, it is a component of offensive counter information, but can be used defensively as well. Very interesting. Very interesting. Psyop are used in support of special operations, unconventional warfare. Let me repeat that: unconventional warfare and counterinsurgency coin operations. Psyop can include military operations other than warfare and also include joint operations. They include counterterrorism operations, peace operations, non-combatant evacuation, enforcement of sanctions, and maritime interception operations, strikes and raids, etc. Man, remember I told you in the last live, we're just going through this, combing through it. We're not trying to get into it and break this down because if there is an audience and people really like delving into this and they find this fruitful with value, we probably will be reading, little books and then medium-sized books and then big books on this. So everybody wants to talk about liberate the people. Well, if you give somebody that's been brainwashed, if you give that somebody some money, what do you think they're gonna do with it? They might even they might do a Manchurian candidate on you and attack you, and you were the one helping them out, just like that swimmer that was drowning. White psyop. White psyop is attributable to psyop as a source. White is acknowledged as an official statement or act of the U.S. government, or emanates from a source associated closely enough with the U.S. government to reflect an official viewpoint. The information should be true and factual. Should be. Don't mean that it is. It also includes all output identified as coming from U.S. official sources. Authorized to engage in white activity directed at foreign audiences are the State Department, USIA, the Foreign Operations Administration, a predecessor of the Agency for the International Development, the Defense Department, and other U.S. government departments and agencies as necessary. Gray psyops. Okay, this is where we're getting, a little bit to the source of the gray psyop product is deliberately ambiguous, according to a 2007 State Department from the historian of the Department of State. The true source, U.S. government, is not revealed to the target audience. Who is the target audience? See, because everyone here is talking about, it's military. We're talking about the enemy. Okay, well, where are you? The activity engaged in plausibly appears to emanate from a non-official American source or an indigenous, non-hostile source, or there may be no attribution. Gray information is information whose content is such that the effect will be increased if the hand of the U.S. government and in some cases any American participation are not revealed. It is simply a means for the U.S. to present viewpoints which are in the interests of U.S. foreign policy, but which will be acceptable or more acceptable to the intended target audience than an official government statement will be. So this goes on every day of life, especially if you're outside of the U.S. You see more of this. Black psyop. The activity engaged in appears to emanate from a source government, party, group, organization, person, usually hostile in nature. Hostile in nature. The interest of the U.S. government is concealed. Shh, hush, hush. And the U.S. government would deny responsibility. It is best used in support for strategic plans. Government PSYOP is not a function of the U.S. military, but instead is used in special operations due to their political sensitivity and need for higher level compartmentalization. Further, Black PSYOP, to be credible, may need to disclose sensitive material, with the damage caused by information disclosed considered to be outweighed by the impact of successful deception. Oh, yeah. Another topic, we're going to delve into these topics later. Just this one word, deception. What is it? You know, who's doing it? Why? By what means? You know, in the majority of religions of the world, who's the deceiver? And who who are these Decepticons that they introduced to us back in the day? In order to achieve maximum results and to prevent the compromise of overt PSYOP, overt and covert operations need to be separate. Personnel involved, one must not be engaged in the other. Boy, they sneaky, man. They sneaky. You got to stay woke. I mean, if you're tapping in here and you listening to this convo and and we're reading together and we're learning together, oh man, I salute you, because you might be the one who helps your family out. You might be the one who lays some bricks down, in that place that we building. Yeah. Yeah, look at here, man. It says overt and covert operations need to be separate. Personnel involved in one side must not be engaged with the other side. So the right hand doesn't let the left hand know what that one is doing. See, they sneaky. Yeah. You gotta stay woke, or you gonna get that smoke. Let's continue the media. Very important. This pertains to everyone. PSYOP conveys messages via visual, audio, and audio-visual media. Military psychological operations at the tactical level are usually delivered by loudspeaker. Hello. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you feel me? Can you feel me? Yeah, we coming in loud and clear. Rah. Yeah, hear me out. And face-to-face communications. For more deliberate campaigns, they may use leaflets, radio, or television. Strategic operations may use social media, radio, or television broadcasts, various publications, airdropped leaflets, or as part of a covert operation with material placed in foreign news media. Yeah, that's why I'm glad I broke the spell with hip hop and celebrities, because they're part of this whole operations, and it's much bigger than what it is. It all depends how you see the world. What's your perspective? Some of y'all are not woke. Process. In order to create a successful PSYOP, the following must be established. Number one, clearly define the mission so that it aligns with national objectives. Okay. National objectives. Number 2, need a PSYOP estimate of the situations. Number 3, prepare the plan. Number 4, media selection. Number 5, product development. Number 6, pre-testing determines the probable impact of the PSYOP on the target audience. Number 7, production and dissemination of PSYOP material. Number 8, implementation. Number 9, post-testing evaluates audience responses. And number 10, feedback. A lot of y'all have been part of each one of these steps, whether you know it or you don't, whether you recognize it or you don't. We all have been part of this in one phase or another. Yeah. Before these steps can occur, intelligence analysis, the Bureau of Intelligence, or is this the Central Intelligence Agency? Intelligence analysis must profile potential targets in order to determine which ones it would be most beneficial to target. In order to figure this out, analysts must determine the vulnerabilities of these groups and what they would be susceptible to. That just makes me laugh because I remember about Hillary Clinton going out to to some hood somewhere, and she told she told black folks that she don't leave the house without hot sauce. Yeah, some intelligence analyst told her to say that, at that time, so certain people will react a certain way. Yeah. Like, let me remind y'all, if you vote Democrat, you lose. If you vote Republican, you lose. Yeah. We ain't PSYOP, we OPSI. The analysis also determined the attitudes of the target toward the current situation, their complaints, ethnic origin, since a lot of y'all, are into the ethnicity, frustrations, languages, problems, tensions, attitudes, motivations, and perceptions, and so on and so forth. Once the appropriate targets have been determined, bow, the PSYOPs can be created. Red alert, ring the alarm. It's the sound of fire. Whoa, yeah. Psychological operations should be planned carefully, without a doubt. In that, even a tactical message with modern news media, meaning YouTube, the news, hip hop, MTV, can spread worldwide and be treated as the policy of the United States. The U.S. Army is responsible for military psychological warfare doctrine. Whoa. The first time I want to hear doctrine. That's the first time I want to know about doctrine. Yeah. I want to know about this doctrine. This military psychological warfare doctrine. Yeah, that sounds like a doctrine I want to know about. See the World War I section for an example of how a tactical leaflet not properly coordinated can cause national level harm. Yeah, we might have to do like individual studies of these later, like have a list of I'm sure we'll go through some of them here. History, but we want to go in depth, not too in depth with this is all we know. But I mean, if you're only gonna know something, this is a good thing to know. The message to be delivered can be adapted to tactical situations, but promises made must be consistent with national policy. U.S. PSYOP forces are generally forbidden to attempt to change the opinions of the U.S. persons. It says generally. Don't mean that it's not. And they just passed the law. It's called the Mockingbird. Is that what it's called? The Mockingbird. We're gonna look into that later. Citizens, residents, or legal entities. This needs to be updated to put immigrants and all types of people in here. You know what I mean? In any location globally. However, commanders may use PSYOP forces to provide public information to U.S. audiences during times of disaster or crisis. However, commanders may use PSYOP forces to provide public information to U.S. audiences during times of disaster and crisis. Are these crisis actors? Information support to non-combatant evacuation operations, NEO, by PSYOP forces to provide evacuation information to U.S. and third country nationals. This is what third country nationals would also adhere to the order. The U.S. of the U.S. of PSYOP. That's probably, it said it's the U.S. of America. It probably should be called the U.S. of PSYOP. The use of PSYOP forces to deliver necessary public information to a U.S. audience was established in relief activities after Hurricane Andrew in 1992. Tactical Psychological Operation Teams, TPTs, were employed to disseminate information by loudspeaker on locations of relief shelters and facilities. You know, I never thought I would need a loudspeaker, but I might have to go buy me a loudspeaker. I just do. I have to go buy me a loudspeaker, and in times of crisis, my voice might need to be heard. But God forbid, you know, we see a crisis like that. During such defense support and civil authorities, DSCA operations, military public affairs activities, military civil authority information support, CAIS activities, public information actions, and news media, access to the DSCA operational areas are subject to approval by the federal department or agency assigned primary responsibility for managing and coordinating a specific emergency support function in a national response framework. Since October 2018, PSYOP forces may be employed domestically, without a doubt, for such CAIS activities during an emergency under direction of the Department of Homeland Security. In such instances, it says PSYOP forces are restricted by policy and DECDEF guidance to only broadcasting and disseminating public information. When authorized for employment in this manner, PSYOP forces utilize their media development, production, and dissemination capabilities to deliver public or other critical information during domestic emergencies. Their mission is strictly to inform. Yeah, there's some good stuff. Psychological operations were a key battlefield operation system used extensively to support Unified Task Force, UNITAF, Somalia operations. In order to maximize the PSYOP impact, we established a joint PSYOP task force under the supervision of the Director of Operations, integrated PSYOP into all plans and operations, and limited the psyop focus to the operational and tactical levels. Psychological operations do not accomplish missions alone. Yeah, psychological operations do not accomplish missions alone. You need the boots on your neck. Also, they work best when they are combined with and integrated in all overall theater campaign plan. Wow. So you're getting a lot of gems. Getting a lot of gems. It's just we have to comb through this, and a lot of people are not built really for this anymore. You have to work to become able to read a paragraph or two. A lot of people read a paragraph and they're already snoozing. I apologize if me reading this is putting you to sleep. And that's okay. I had good advice a long time ago because I didn't drink coffee back in the day, but I had told my problem to somebody, and I was like, you know what? Every time I start reading, I fall asleep. He was like, man, drink a big jug of coffee. And that's when I really kind of started to drink coffee, because then I would really get into these books. And then instead of reading one paragraph and fall asleep, maybe I would read 5 paragraphs and fall asleep. In operation, Restore Hope, we were successful in doing that. Good for y'all. An emerging field of strategic psychological operations is the battle of the narratives. Oh, I like that right there. I like that right there. Battle of the narratives. Yeah, which narrative we gonna take? The battle of the narrative is a full-blown battle in the cognitive dimension of the information environment, just as traditional warfare is fought in the physical domains: air, land, sea, space, and cyberspace. Oh, wow, man. I'm in cyberspace right now. Tap in out there. Cyberspace, you know what I mean? Fellow brethren and beloved. Yeah, this battle right here is the versus battles. It's freestyles. Everything's a battle. Each conversation is a battle. It's a debate. Like I told you, I'm not debating. Especially certain topics. One of the foundational struggles in warfare in the physical domains is to shape the environment such that the contest of arms will be fought on terms that are on your advantage. That's game right there. That's bars right there. But I ain't gonna repeat it. If you ain't catch it, watch, rewind it, catch it back, or you could read it out there yourself, or go to Wikipedia and read it yourself. Likewise, a key component of the battle of the narrative is to succeed in establishing the reasons for and potential outcomes of the conflict on terms favorable to your efforts. Yeah, very intense stuff. I know for some, like I said, before, that might not be your cup of tea. I hope that the people that tap in watch this video from start to finish, or the reason why they stopped watching the video is because something caught their ear or their attention, and they immediately went to go research that themselves. Immediately went to go buy the book that was mentioned on this program. Immediately went to go watch the movie or the documentary that was suggested, because this is by choice and not by force. I'm through with dragging people. I'm through with begging people. You know, I'm through with dragging people along. I might drag somebody that's like in wartime, and I gotta drag you to safety. Yeah. But me trying to argue about which path to take, it's unfortunate, but we got to let people do what they need to do. I've noticed, since me growing up, even back in the days, there's a lot of songs out there that were made in Psyops fashion. The songs. That's why when I do songs, same thing. Yeah, I do them for me, but the message that I'm trying to put out there, it's to sparks people interest, like the reincarnation of Tupac Amaru. I thought to myself, why nobody told me about who Tupac Amaru was, and I thought it was a rapper, and why did Afeni Shakur, Tupac's mother, name him Tupac Amaru after she named him I forgot what I forgot what was his previous name. I forgot what was his Tupac's a real government name when he was born. Leslie. For some reason, Leslie's coming to mind. I think it was Leslie something. I don't even want to go into that rabbit hole because, I was doing some research on Tupac's mother, and I believe they were into the shenanigans deeply. But it is what it is. It was what it was. I am so glad that you're here tapping in with me right now. You could be in any place. You could be doing anything. You could be watching men kick the ball into a net. You could be watching other men throw the ball to other men. You could be watching a whole bunch of things. But the algorithm, this came across your algorithm, you tapped in, and sometimes these lives go for some hours. I've heard people, they put it on, and while they're cleaning, organizing, or doing other things, they're listening to these conversation and these dialogues. Yeah. So I'm glad y'all tapped in. That little bit of reading that we did, for some that might have been intense. So we're going to leave it here for today. And appreciate y'all for coming by. Steadily, slowly but surely, keep improving and growing, sharpening up your spirit, your mind, and your body. We will win this race at a turtle's pace. Keep banging on the beast. Protect the children. Protect the loved ones. Become a hero. Become a luminary. Be the one who's going to break those spells in your family. Because if not, they will continue. I love y'all. Peace out. Take care. And God bless each and every one of y'all.
now, it's because you are not intelligent.
They wasn't ready for this back then. They probably not ready for it now. Those that sleep forever gonna be sleep. Those that woke, woke.
Yo soy la reencarnación de Tupac Amaru.
Wait, what?
De Tupac Amaru.
Tupac.
Yo soy la reencarnación de Tupac Amaru.
That's lit.
De Tupac Amaru.
Gang. Each one takes time to succeed. This one is dedicated for the children of the sun. Each one takes time to.
I interrupt that public service announcement. I wanted to, before we leave, I wanted to give my brother Vlad some love and shout out.
Let's go. Let it be God's will. Like the sun in the sky, we gotta keep it moving. We can't stand still. I'm not here looking for friends. Hell no. I'm not looking for enemies. I'm looking for allies. That's right. I'm looking for those lions. I'm not looking for sheep. So if you're one of them, miss me with that shit.
The book of Jeremiah, A:17. For behold, I will send serpents, cockatrices among you, which will not be charmed, and they shall bite you, says the Lord.
So now I'm here to tell you, we gotta impale those fucking serpents. Amen. You brothers are gonna help me. Remember, he didn't give you the spirit of fear. Rise up. Love the good and hate the evil.
For the rich man thereof are full of violence, and the inhabitants thereof are spoken lies, and their tongue is deceitful in their mouth. Rejoice not against me, O my enemy. When I fall, I shall arise. When I sit in darkness, the Lord shall be a light unto me. Behold, you trust in lying word that cannot profit.
Yes, sir. That's Vlad the Impaler. Introduction to Impaling Serpents. Make sure y'all tap in. Make sure you get right with the brothers and the sisters. I apologize. We're gonna have to edit that part. So this is the brothers page.
not looking for enemies. I'm looking for allies. That's right. I'm looking for those lions. I'm not looking for sheep. So if you're one of them, miss me with that shit.
The book of Jeremiah, A:17. For behold, I will send serpents, cactuses among you, which will not be charmed, and they shall bite you, said the Lord.
So now I'm here to tell you, we gotta impale those fucking serpents. Amen. You brothers are gonna help me. Remember, he didn't give you the spirit of fear. Rise up. Love the good and hate the evil.
For the rich man thereof are full of violence, and the inhabitants thereof are spoken lies, and their tongue is deceitful in their mouth. Rejoice not against me, O my enemy. When I fall, I shall arise. When I sit in darkness, the Lord shall be a light unto me. Behold, you trust in lying words that cannot profit.
Yes, sir. Vlad the Impaler. Make sure you tap into his channel, subscribe, drop a like, and let's get this networking up.
They sold us the illusion of democracy and freedom. Now they worry that my music has the power of healing. Unleashing all the demons fed through TV and through lies. They rule by secrecy, why do you think justice blind? Each one takes time to succeed. This one is dedicated for the children of the sun. Each one takes time to succeed. This one is dedicated for the children of the sun. They sold us the illusion of democracy and freedom. Now they worry that my music has the power of healing. Unleashing all the demons fed through TV and through lies. They rule by secrecy, why do you think justice blind?
I appreciate y'all having patience with me dealing with audio or visual or technical difficulties. Keep betting in me and in us. Like I said earlier, we're getting better every day.
I know you've been patiently waiting, miseducated, anxiously aching for a blue ought to say it, but I'ma do you a favor. Unlearn what you've learned. The proof is on fire. Let that motherfucker burn. Babylon's on fire. The devil's a liar. They know that they time's up. So wise up and rise up. Each one takes time to succeed. This one is dedicated for the children of the sun. Each one takes time to succeed. This one is dedicated for the children of the sun. They sold us the illusion of democracy and freedom. Now they worry that my music has the power of healing. Unleashing all the demons fed through TV and through lies. They rule by secrecy, why do you think justice blind? They sold us the illusion of democracy and freedom. Now they worry that my music has the power of healing. Unleashing all the demons fed through TV and through lies. They rule by secrecy, why do you think justice blind?
Soy la reencarnación.